Look at this massive bronze cannon. It houses a purple and white plasma sphere contained by glowing electromagnetic rings. In the context of ancient warfare, shastras were handheld kinetic projectiles, spears, swords, and arrows. But the texts also document the use of astras. Deploying an astra required a distinct multi-step arming sequence involving invocation, targeting, and release. To a weapons engineer, this terminology describes the operational protocols for arming modern directed energy weapons. Treating these accounts as myths ignores the exactness of the descriptions. They accurately outline advanced tactical munitions and systems engineering. Look at the dense red and black calligraphy of these ancient manuscripts. These texts function as forensic technical manuals, detailing physical limits and operational requirements. We can deconstruct 3 specific weapon systems detailed here: the Brahmastra, the Narayanastra, and the Varunastra, to reverse engineer their underlying physics. Understanding these systems requires an analysis based on strict thermodynamics and electromagnetism. These blueprints document highly unstable physical reactions. Deploying them required immense operator precision to avoid catastrophic blowback. The Brahmastra is frequently compared to a nuclear weapon because of its destructive aftermath. However, the texts state an operator had to use intense concentration to hold the reaction just prior to deployment. A nuclear chain reaction, once triggered, does not require an operator to manually stabilize it. This schematic overlays the description of an ancient cannon with standard tokamak magnetic confinement lines. This fits the requirement of the text. The weapon was a contained plasma projectile. The ancient operator was functionally holding a highly concentrated plasma projectile within an invisible magnetic field. The texts describe a chant or mantra required to arm the weapon. This chant functions as a precise acoustic or neural frequency lock necessary to actively stabilize the weapon's electromagnetic rings. The Brahmastra was a plasma railgun. It was an incredibly dangerous system governed by active frequency stabilization. Managing high-energy plasma carries extreme physical risks. If the frequency lock fails, containment is breached. Look at this gold and iron containment vessel. As the magnetic field collapses, the structure develops microfractures, emitting a blinding white light. Modern engineering defines this as a localized catastrophic thermal expansion, a meltdown. The symptoms of a thermal meltdown, poisoned land, and rapid hair loss correlate directly to the ancient descriptions of the Brahmastra's aftermath. The recorded devastation was likely the result of a catastrophic operator error, annihilating the user instantly. The Narayanastra is described as a system firing millions of simultaneous deadly missiles. The weapon's intensity mathematically increases relative to the physical resistance of the target. This behavior aligns with the logic of autonomous loitering swarm munitions. The swarm utilizes electromagnetic or thermal targeting to identify active threats on the battlefield. The text provides a specific countermeasure. The only way to survive is to drop your arms and completely surrender. In systems engineering, surrender is an act of physical signature denial. Discarding hot metal weapons or active electronics instantly purges a soldier's profile from the swarm's targeting matrix. This survival requirement aligns with a system governed by rigid programmatic sensor algorithms, rather than moral judgment. The Varunastra has been historically misunderstood as a wave of water. It served as a specialized countermeasure deployed specifically to neutralize thermal weapons. This atmospheric cross-section shows the mechanism: the deployment of a highly dense, rapidly expanding endothermic chemical agent. The payload fires focused ionic charges into the air to force the instantaneous condensation of atmospheric moisture. Look at this infrared perspective. The expanding chemical cloud instantly suffocates a plasma fire by sucking the heat into a thermal vacuum. The Varunastra was an advanced weather modification system engineered to create thermal vacuums for area denial. We are looking at 3 systems operating on a single battlefield: a plasma railgun, a drone swarm, and an atmospheric thermal vacuum. The texts outline theoretical blueprints for systems demanding extreme mechanical tolerances. The operators were managing a razor-thin margin of error, where slight miscalculations meant instant annihilation. These engineering insights map back to the structural rigor of the original Sanskrit manuscripts. This raises the question of whether these texts represent lost empirical history or profoundly accurate scientific imagination. The ancient authors understood the terrifying physics of advanced warfare, documenting a classified arms race that was hidden in plain sight.